Greetings, adventurers, and welcome back to D20 Theater. Today's sponsor has a very special announcement for you guys. They have sent us a wonderful prize to give away. But before I get to that, let me tell you a little bit about what they do. Dice Dungeons is a new startup company, and they're really exciting. They've got a lot of really affordable metal dice, and I love that about them. Normally, you're looking for metal dice, you can find them in the $40, $50 price range. These guys, it's between $20 and $30 for a set of polyhedral metal dice. I've been using some now for about a week, maybe two. Absolutely love them. They're fantastic, roll great. Here's one from my set right here that you can see in the camera. And so, the thing that they've given us to give away to you is actually a full set of their metal dice. Their Radiant Wildfire metal dice. Nick, would you show that to the camera?
I absolutely
Show them the case
will.
that it comes in with.
Yes, I will do it in good grand order. Yep.
So these are this beautiful, beautiful bright red with white numbering on them. Absolutely fantastic dice. They've got this cool metal case to keep them safe with foam padding on the inside.
Oh,
They're really sick.
those.
I'll be honest, they're pretty sick. So this will be this week's giveaway. So this episode, right here. Here's how you win this. You want to like, share, subscribe this episode when we post it to Facebook. Sam, what number episode is this?
15.
This will be episode 15. When we post this to Facebook, you want to like, share, subscribe. On next week's stream, that's 1 week from today. Today is the 13th.
12.
So on the 20th, we will be giving these away. We'll announce who won. So
Woohoo!
be ready for that. Also, I wanted to tell you a little bit more about one of the other products Dice Dungeons offers. That they sent us a cool one here that Nick's gonna hold up for you, and it's actually a cloth map. It's basically a handkerchief that has a gridded battle map on it. They sell a couple different ones of these. They're a neat little product. It's a cool dungeon in a handkerchief. This could be a short one-shot
really
dungeon.
cool.
You could use it just for an encounter map. They're really neat. Full color. I like it a lot. So, check out their website. It'll be down in the doobly-doo below. You can check out their website, order some dice, maybe win some dice, and we'll see what goes on.
All that good stuff.
Yeah. So Dungeon Dice, this episode. Thank you again to Dungeon Dice for all the
Thanks,
all the
guys.
amazing stuff. This
Appreciate it.
gift is going to be a cool one. So whoever wins this, you're lucky man, or woman.
Or a woman.
Hashtag feminism.
That's right.
All right then.
Hashtag D20.
Yeah.
So I know that's bad. All right.
G20 theater.
So anyhow,
She 20 theater.
She 20. That's better. That's
Yeah,
much better.
see?
All right. So recap.
All right. When last we left our heroes, we were within the town of Piran's Bluff, which had been taken over by the Baron, who had lately declared himself an independent, freeholding lord, and started the worship of some strange religion not known to us, including the really several very learned religious types in the party. None of us had any idea. We made our way to that temple area and found that they worship something called the Others. Is that correct, Colby? The Others?
Yes, the others.
Which are sort of nameless spirits from elsewhere. Sounds a bit spooky. Thaddeus, that's myself, used his divine sense and found that the whole area was thoroughly desecrated, unhallowed entirely. And that he was also detecting two strange, unfriendly presences of a type he could not identify. They were not Fae, nor were they undead, but they were malign. We made our way to the lodge, to the alchemists, because the Baron decided to put on a show of force against the loyalist troops outside and launched a ball of what looked like alchemist's fire, but it appeared to be more like alchemist napalm, because when it died down, it suddenly didn't. It burned back stronger, and many men were lost. Or women.
She 20 theater.
Oh boy. Alright.
Hashtag feminism. Hashtag weapons of mass she-struction.
Stop. So, we made our way to the alchemist, encountered the alchemist, and then made our way to the lodge, where we encountered several of the old rangers, including Tandor, the totally not Gaston, who had a musical number for us. Tandor and his musical number then decided that he and his guys would totally help us infiltrate the keep, so they had several distractions, including blowing up the alchemist's shop, and making enough of a hubbub for us to get inside, because Tandor loosed one perfect shot with a rope attached into a window, because no one shoots arrows into windows at night like Tandor. And we crossed the rope into the tower, found a secret wall, went upstairs, and found a library full of interesting forbidden spells, lost spells, you might say, and also a corpse inside a circle of salt, which our Priest of the Black decided was best disturbed, and it woke up and talked to us a bit and named itself as one of the outsiders, one of the others, a spirit who had been known by the name of Bukovac, and we which was known from a previous. It's not important, except it probably really is. We departed from Bukovac after reinforcing the circle of salt, made our way back down the stairs. And that is actually where we left off.
That is where we left off, in fact.
Gross.
Allergies. All right.
Look at the camera first.
Here you go. All right, so.
It's your thing.
So, you can place yourselves right there
Let's
in
do that.
that
Hey, where's our cell?
section.
Oh, we didn't grab
Oh, we didn't grab ourselves.
We're so prepared.
All right, they're up on the guest minis.
It's all right. We'll just get them from the nerd shelf in the nerd room.
And we
We
got...
need the dwarf there.
Oh, good.
Nullius probably. Do you have your mini today, Sam?
I do.
All right.
Oh.
Yay!
So we don't need to use the goblin for you.
Okay, so he does not need the mask kit.
He does need the mushrooms
He
though.
does...
Not the backpack, sorry.
Well, I mean like the plants,
Open
just all of them in
the
general.
pouch in front.
All the
Open the
plants.
pouch in front. Open the pouch in front.
Does he need shrimp?
Look at
Nope.
Look
Is
at
it
the pouch.
big?
Yeah, it's just all the plants up there. That's why they're there.
Is this one it? Nope. That's great.
Wow.
Is this one it?
We're so ready.
Nope.
Nullius?
No, that's a Kenku.
Somewhere here.
Is this one it?
How many of these do you have?
Nope, that's brown.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Not
god.
enough for everyone.
Sam!
Yeah, that's me.
Oh, good. 18th time's the charm.
That's me.
All right.
You're gonna
I
stay
found
with
the
the
guy.
Yeah.
Ah!
Were we in this room?
Oh, let me see. Oh, he's so cute.
So, as you start heading down the stairs, you begin heading down, and as you turn to discuss what to do next, you realize that Farin didn't follow you.
What? Go back upstairs.
So he's still upstairs, or he's not in the tower with us?
It seems like he's still upstairs.
Oh dear.
All right,
We'll go back
Let's
upstairs
go back
real
upstairs.
quick.
All right. As you head back upstairs, you can see him now face to face with the corpse that had been lying down. The two of them are floating above the air amidst
Oh,
this
great.
disturbed circle of salt, facing one another, circling back and forth. Both of their eyes are just sort of wided over.
I see that and I go, all right, and I just start walking inside.
You should not get between the two of them.
They're dancing.
Nullius says, "This is something we should certainly break up."
This is an intimate moment between two.
Well, then let me cut in.
Indeed.
And he goes running towards it, and as he gets to the circle of salt, a blast of force knocks him back against the wall. He slams against the wall, reaching for that war pick that he had picked up at the blacksmith shop. He picks it back up and goes running in, swinging the war pick in, and slams it. And as he does so, the force just sort of crumples that end of the pick. Suddenly, the barrier sort of drops, and you see Farin and the corpse both hit the ground. And Farin stands up, his eyes still whited over. Nullius shoves the rest of you down the stairs, and holding this war pick, he says, "Go! We have a job to do here. I will keep this monster at bay.
Oh, snap.
Go!"
The light protects you. I'm gonna lead y'all down the stairs. Let's go.
The creature comes towards you, and the last thing you see as you head downstairs is him whip the war pick around with the other side, slamming the spike into Farin's body. But Farin doesn't even seem to feel the pain. And as he does so, Farin grabs it and starts pulling it out, and Nullius starts wrestling with him and grappling and says, I am Nullius, Knight Paladin of the Church of Dawn, Executor of Light and Executioner of Darkness, wielder of the holy flame of Loramir, and by my life or death, you shall go no further! And whips it back up as the secret door slams shut behind him. You
had that
now...
opportunity to say, you shall not pass. And I was waiting for it.
No, I'm sorry. I apologize. All right.
It was still really good.
Still really good. Yeah, no, I do not doubt that. No.
The
Yeah.
secret door still muffles the sound, luckily. So it doesn't seem like people in the lower levels of the keep will hear this battle that's rampaging
Yeah.
upstairs.
Nolius, stop yelling!
Quickly, we must finish this.
So
And
as
return to help him.
the flower that sometimes comprehended a lot of these languages that people were speaking,
You did.
we're trying to be sneaky in this house, correct?
You're here to assassinate the Baron.
Assassinate the Baron.
Are you
Yeah.
popping out?
Not yet.
You've got my shield.
You just,
I do.
this flower looks very confused. I don't know how to convey that, but very confused.
Alright, so you're popping into normal form?
Not yet.
Okay, not yet.
Exactly.
Alright. Well, there are these stairs leading down. And to remind you, there's the big statue of the guy in here, and then there's all the curtains that have, you know what, I'll just read it again, so that you can... So in this chamber to the east, there's a breathtaking image of the mountains stretching the length of the chamber, its peaks lit by the rising sun. To the west, a similar image stretches from one end of the room to the other like a colossal window, depicting more mountains deep in the violets and purples of twilight. The long rug, edged in gold tassels, leads up to a black marble dais upon which sits a statue of a man in plate armor with a sword in one hand and a crow perched atop the other. More silver crows engraved in the wall behind it appear to fly in an arc starting to either side of the statue and meeting at a point above it. 4 slender black marble columns near the corners of the room rise to a 15-foot high ceiling covered in a huge mural of hundreds of crows with blood-stained beaks, taking down a mountain lion covered in dozens of small bleeding wounds.
Oh, right, yes. We saw this.
Yeah, I was just redescribing it to you.
For
Yeah.
sure. Got it. So that was we went in through that wall furthest that way.
Yep, this one.
But there are stairs leading down this way. Yes?
That's true.
Right, but there's not really an area left or right. It doesn't seem
Right,
like-
it looks like this is just part of that tower.
I'd like to go check the other walls real quick just to see if it looks like they mask the same kind of secret.
Yeah, these huge, they're basically giant curtains that are it's etched like tapestries. Surely very expensive, but as you slide them aside, it looks like they're just walls on the other sides.
So we will, I guess, head down the stairs.
All right. So
Godspeed, Nullius. Please don't die.
heading down the stairs, you arrive in area 25 right there.
I thought so.
Would you transfer the columns as well?
Yep.
Where, do the same places?
Yeah.
Roughly?
Yeah, right there.
Okay, they line up.
There you go.
You nailed it.
All right. So as you head down, you reach this landing here, and then come around down the stairs. You can see that a pair of bronze gargoyles with spiral horns and heavy protruding lower jaws squat atop large marble plinths and alcoves in the southeast and southwest corners. 2 doors in the north wall exit the wide chamber, and 2 short staircases, of course, descend from the landing upon which you stand, where the single staircase leads up to the next level. Narrow windows on the staircase landing look out onto the bailey below.
So we can look out to the bailey from where we
Right.
are, which is the lower areas there.
No, the
Or-
bailey is the
Oh.
bailey's the inside
inside,
of the
okay. So we can look in. Is there activity?
It doesn't look like there's any major activity right now. You can see that there is still the
we
burning.
draw the
Right.
guards out. That makes sense.
Yeah. There's likely still quite a few guards in the keep, but the ones that would have been guarding the bailey itself, probably not.
All right. So looking at the gargoyles there, I'm gonna use my divine sense again. I think.
Okay.
So
What's the range?
60 feet.
You do not detect anything.
Interesting.
But he asked the range, so somewhere.
I mean, I guess there's probably a fiend up overhead.
Right.
Does a shield count as
Well,
armor
I
for
got
the purpose of
it.
mage armor?
For the purposes of mage
No, it
armor,
doesn't.
it does
It's
not.
not. And I'm gonna cast that on you.
Does it?
It does not.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because it says specifically armor, not shield.
Yeah.
Because the shield is on the armor
Other-
table.
but
That's
other,
why I
other
asked.
things like the bracer, not bracer defense, but monk says if you're wearing armor or a shield.
That's true. Monk does.
Yeah.
Bracers of defense says no armor or shield as well. doesn't it?
It's one of those.
Yeah.
It's- I think it will specify armor or a
It
shield.
makes sense.
And it'll work if I do that.
Google it real quick. Let's find out.
That's
Let's
worth
see
a
what,
shot,
let's see
yeah.
what we come up
See
with.
if anybody else found that.
We'll say until further notice you've done that.
Cool.
And then you can take it back.
Cool. Rocket.
All right, cool.
I didn't notice.
Yeah.
Oh, would you be mad?
Maybe. So, but I didn't notice.
What weapon are you using, by the
I
way?
have a spear.
The +1 spear or whatever?
No, just a spear.
Okay, just regular spear. Oh, right, man. Yeah.
It's from the.
All right.
You have the fallow protecting in place.
With magic.
All right. What do you want
That's
to do?
the problem.
Yep.
I want to look at the gargoyles. They just look cool?
They're made of bronze. They're very finely wrought.
That's cool. Do they have birds on them?
They do not, actually.
I can throw out a detect magic, but I don't really want to burn the spell slot. I didn't detect anything my way. I don't really want to burn the spell slot for it. Oh, good. I should have. Excellent.
Bless you. There's my other pencil.
Hurrah!
Oh,
Yeah.
pencil.
So I guess I'm just kind of leading the way down towards the steps. Well, let's go to 23 because that's right there.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll have to knock the door open into 26 first.
So you want to go towards 26 there?
I mean, right? Is there not a way
There's
we
a
can?
door.
Oh no, there's a door
Yeah.
into 23.
I'm right
We'll
there.
just do that.
All right,
But
so
I don't
223.
wanna- I don't want to lead.
So you just want to swing the door open?
I kind of.
Before you do that, hold up my broom. And I say, are we doing this? Housekeeping?
It's just a broom.
No, I don't imagine it will work if we come from above.
They don't know that.
I think they might.
I think we are on a timetable here, and we should likely move quickly.
All right, fair.
You feel a tug on your hair.
All right.
You still have my shield, Wild Priest?
I should say yes.
I might take that as a yes. Alright, so yeah, I'm opening the door to 23.
All
I
right.
don't have my shield yet because the flower won't give it back.
Well, opening the door, you see a table with a pair of chairs occupying the southern half of this room. Tapestries depicting crows tearing each other apart cover the eastern wall. Beneath it, a long wooden rack holds a number of different weapons.
Oh.
However,
However,
That
There
would
it
be
is.
the case.
there are in this room two
Couple-
guys
couple dudes.
sitting at the table there, two at the door, and one standing across from the table. All armed keep guards. One of them immediately turns to look at you, and he says, "Who the hell are you? How'd you get in here?"
I'm awkwardly holding the broom just in front of me.
You're on invitation from the Baron.
Right. The Baron invited a guest maid to come in and clean the upper floor. They all draw their weapons. They're now looking very, very...
a petal falls from the flower, and as it touches the ground, a halfling appears and tosses the shield to the paladin.
Well, alright.
Right! And they're all for this.
Alright, so
Oh, boy.
did I have a chance to put the shield on first?
Roll me a dexterity check.
I look very startled, and I hold the broom and I just
Alright.
with the broom. That was the whole plan all along, you guys.
That was what we were here for.
Oh,
15.
initiative. I totally didn't even.
I guess 15.
15? Alright, you managed to catch the shield and quickly slide it into place and strap it on.
That's good.
Osborne.
I got 13.
Right. Initiative. I'm a dumb.
Esteem.
20.
Do y'all have
Might as well.
armor
UI.
plates at all?
10.
I have armor. I
Thaddeus.
don't
But
use
I'm a
weapons.
3.
I have
Alright.
3.
The guards reacted pretty quickly.
Ooh, buddy.
It's alright.
So the two guards right there at the table.
I'm right in front.
Oh, yeah.
That's,
Knock her out of the way
Yeah,
then.
I'm gonna knock her out of the way. Get out of here, Haley.
I told
Who's
you
Halo?
I didn't want to enter the room. I said that.
Alright, so the two guards right there at the table, one of them grabs onto a spear from the weapon rack and whips around, plunging his spear towards you, Thaddeus. And that's going to be... Ooh! That's going to be a critical hit.
Bummer.
Starting off the night the right way, right? Alright. He is only wielding it one-handed, however.
Well, that's something, at least.
So that's going to be 9 piercing damage.
Ouch.
9 piercing.
So as that... Oh, no, never mind. I'm not wearing the armor. Never mind. Nothing fun happens.
Okay. He follows it up with a second strike.
Okay.
And that, there it is. All right. So taking this. What? Okay.
Stop rolling those!
So that's going to be a second crit. Ooh, and that one's going to be 13 piercing damage. So without your armor, you're not used to fighting so unencumbered, and you dodge a little further than you planned to a little earlier, trying to sort of compensate for your armor that you're not wearing, and so he just drives that spear further in, piercing straight down through your calf in a mighty blow. The second one behind him,
It's fine. That is the stick to hit.
currently you're the only target, so he's going to follow that up,
Let's go.
and that one's only going to be an 8 to hit.
Oh, then no.
Alright.
Then, having dodged into the first hit, I'm now out of the way of that
Alright,
one.
so he plunges his spear right to where you just were, and then whirls it around in the air, and dives it down back the other way for a 12 to hit.
No. Not
Alright.
with mage armor.
Nice, nice.
And the shield.
Alright, so your shield, you hold up your shield, and it sort of glances off the metal.
I
What's up?
looked it up.
14
Everybody
with
seems
mage
to be
armor
saying that
It's good?
Yeah, it's good.
Alright, cool. Then,
Barkskin.
he
That
says,
would be better.
right, one of you two, go grab the alarm. And that's gonna put us at the guy behind
Stop
him.
him.
Whoa!
The guy behind him hefting the light
Wait, I'm
crossbow.
the
It is not my turn.
He's gonna
How
fire.
did you hit me?
Honestly, you're the only one they can see, so that's an 18 to hit.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast shield.
Alright.
So as he swings in, then my shield just suddenly glows brightly and expands hugely.
Nice.
And the weapon pings off of the expanded shield.
Alright.
He is currently 19.
The next one fires a light crossbow at you, and it comes flying towards you, but just goes flying across the room as it slams into that
I
shield,
like
which
to imagine
deflects
that it's
it.
kind of filled the doorway. And
The
so-
final one does the same, and as that last guy fires off his light crossbow, he tosses it on the ground, grabs a spear, and it looks like he's headed for that door.
Wait, which guy?
The guy in the back there, yeah, that one.
Okay.
Looks like he's headed for the door, so
Can I move through enemy spaces?
you
as long
have
as you
to
don't
be...
end them.
I believe you have to be a halfling to do so.
I don't actually think that's the case.
Is it?
I think you just can't
You
end
can't
your
end
space.
your turn.
Oh,
in
okay,
space.
cool.
I'll
Then
do
yeah,
double
it's
click
difficult terrain
if
for
you
sure.
want, Yeah.
It's
And
Team.
he'll take some off attacks, or
I will
Don't
get
worry,
eyes
I'll
on this
entangle
guy.
them.
and suggest to him it may be a better option to hold the door barred so that we cannot escape through that door.
Alright. He'll roll a wisdom save. He goes, right, that makes sense. And he immediately bars the door,
good idea, man.
and everyone else looks at him like... One of them says, Rolf! What are you doing? He goes, well, this way they can't get out. Alright, Osborne.
Good plan.
And would you go ahead and put yourself wherever you'd be
Yeah,
to do
yeah.
that?
On this.
I mean, Steam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, I'll just.
Where you can see
There's-
him, I mean.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
there's
I,
a wall.
if I
yeah,
back
line of
up,
sight.
if I'm like over here,
There's
I
a
could
wall.
probably see through the wall.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Or through the door.
Here you totally
Except,
There's a wall.
there's a wall
Right
there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Because that's where you came from.
In that case,
upstairs.
then I would be
Here would do
or
it,
right
or-
behind you.
Yeah, right there would do it.
Alright,
'cause you're
cool.
just leaning around the
So
door.
Osborne, what you got?
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot it.
This is really great for you guys. I don't know how much y'all can see of the board, but yeah, a little bit. We're just
I mean-
messing with tight quarters
We
here.
all walked down, so we could be on the
oh, I'm right
bottom
here.
floor.
So I'll go.
Slinging
So
spell
these are
slots.
walls, correct?
Yeah.
Black is walls, yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna go 5, 10. Cast healing word on him. For some.
On who? Oh, on me.
Yeah. So for
Thanks.
some really cool.
Oh, nice.
That's cocked.
Oh,
Not so nice.
that's alright.
So 3 plus 1, 4
Plus
plus
3.
another 3.
Nice. Nice.
And
Alright.
then I'm gonna grab some bark in my herbalism kit, and what looks like the toughest bark. I slap it right.
Can't do both of those because you can't cast two.
Can't
level
cast
spells
this.
in
Yeah.
For your action, you gotta cantrip somebody.
I'm going to cast guidance on you then.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Take
Nice. All right. Then that puts us at
I'm smearing you with mud currently.
UI.
Just from behind me.
Yeah.
You got this, buddy.
It works. It works.
You're gonna eat
Can
lightning.
you put me right behind Steve?
No.
That's right, I got it right this time. I am
Thank you, Nick.
going to be useless because you guys are all in the way, and I'm not going in there alone.
Don't do it. I'm just blocking stuff. Throw some axes. Do some damage.
Well, yeah, but I don't get very much damage on one attack, period.
You have 2. We're level 5.
I'm not gonna throw 2 of them, I only got 2.
I thought you had 3.
Well, the one I'm not gonna throw is the one that's magical.
Oh.
I need that one in case someone comes at me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I have no weapons.
You are a monk.
Right.
I don't want to punch people. That's not the point.
Okay.
She's not a punch priestess. She's an axe priestess.
That's
Yeah, come on. 22?
22. That'll hit. On which one, by the way?
Or the one right in front of
The door.
the dwarf.
Okay.
Whatever his name is. For
Uh-oh.
10 damage.
Nice.
She's tearing us
All
apart.
right. The axe.
Wait. What does dodge do?
Disadvantage for enemies to hit you.
And you get advantage on deck saves. It's not really worth it to spend key points to do that.
Well, I was gonna run in and then do it.
Oh,
That might be worth it.
if you want.
Yeah, then I'll do that. I'll run in
Currently, you're harder to hit than I am.
and then do that. So I'll go like right there.
Right here.
Okay.
No,
Usually
no,
this
that
dude's
guy.
reach.
That guy. I don't care.
Usually both these dudes reach.
Patient defensing first.
Facing defense, disengaging or dodging.
Disengage is a better plan.
Okay.
So you're gonna go right here.
Oh, just run up in the middle of things.
All right. So as you run through, you just sort of turn to the side and juke the 2 guys in the doorway, both Thaddeus and the enemies, and then you end up on the other side as they
Now I
continue
can
locked in
extra-
combat.
That's the dude
That's
barring
true.
the door, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna extra attack him with my.
If you
If
hit
you-
him,
if you
the
hit him, it
suggestion
breaks
goes
the
away.
suggestion.
I
Yeah.
don't think it does.
It does if
Yeah.
he takes damage.
Never mind then.
So, but there's so many other dudes.
Then I'll go 1 square back and hit the guy.
Oh, so you hit this guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, as you end up on the other side of him, you go sideways, swing in your axe behind him.
12.
12 to hit. That will not do it. As you swing in your axe, he whirls around, catching it with his shield. That's gonna put us at Thaddeus.
About time.
I'm not gonna come join me, but.
I'm working on it. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm just gonna start swinging at that guy that she's
All right.
currently tangling with, as he's turned to catch the blow with his shield or take it on his mail or whatever. So I'm just taking 2 swings at him with my spear. Hiya! Well, one was great. One was an 11.
Yeah,
So
it's gonna
not
be
so
1
bad.
hit.
One was good. All right. In that case, I'm gonna roll that die. Okay.
By the way, I could have cast Bark Skin. It's 2nd level spell.
Right,
You
but you
can't
can't cast 2 spells that have a level in the same turn.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
You can cast a
It's a
cantrip
very
and a
Since
spell.
when?
Always. It's always been a rule. It's not a one that's known as widely, apparently. But so that's 8 damage to him.
All right.
Do I want to smite him?
Do it. Do
Okay. So just a little smidity smite
All right.
for another 5 damage.
Okay.
So with
kind of
my
a sad smite.
Yeah, I know. My spear slams into him, and then the tip flashes suddenly with a golden radiance, searing into him, but not that much.
All right.
I'm a little bit off kilter here, still damaged and
All right.
trying to hold my.
His
shield.
buddy, the one who crit you twice, he still sort of got his spear in your calf, and he just tears to the side, hitting for another 5 piercing damage.
Wait, what's the roll? Just a lot.
Oh, right, you still have shield. No, your shield just ended.
But I might.
You're right, you might want to. He got a 19.
Oh, if I shield, it doesn't matter. So.
Okay. He follows it up by plunging back down for an 8 to hit.
Okay. So, 5 damage, big deal.
All right.
Take that.
Then, the one that is on UI, he turns and he's going to whack you in the face with the butt of his spear, critting you. Tonight's the night, guys. That's going to be 9, 10, 11, and we'll call that bludgeoning damage. And as his shaft of his spear slams into your skull with a resounding crack, he whips the tip upwards. And that's going to be an 18 to hit for 5 more damage.
I'll do it.
All right. That puts us at the 3 over there. So the one that's behind the table there, he is going to set his crossbow on the table and grab his spear and shield. The ones at the door, the guy to the left says, "Rolf, quit fooling around!" And he lifts up the bar, and then Rolf says, "No, it's a good idea!" And he slams it back down. And that's going to put us at a steam.
Love it. Well, these guys are wearing metal armor, right?
They are.
Well, then I'm gonna sneak into this corner
Yeah, that's
here,
loud.
poke an arm through the door,
Well,
and
yours
shocking touch
is
this guy.
much better than
Yeah,
Right,
yours
right.
is much better than his.
Totally do
Oh,
it.
so it's a 19 on the die.
That'll hit.
Plus math. 3 lightning damage.
3 lightning damage. On which one? On that guy that,
On this
Yeah,
dude.
okay, cool.
Wow. 2d8. 2d8.
Kind of sad.
3 damage.
3d8.
That was,
Osborne.
That's some ritual damage.
Being excited back in battle with friends again, he's gonna do these really cool slides and stuff like that.
Slides. All right.
There,
I'm gonna stay within arm's reach of all of them, so I can get any opportunity attacks. And as does this individual have?
He has a
armor?
spear and shield. He has metal armor. He is currently wearing a breastplate and a shield.
Sweet. Any helmets?
Yeah, he's got a helmet on.
Sweet, even better. So I go by the guards that are currently fighting them, and they're just like bing bing bing, I'm like, and then I get on top of the table, reach into my herbalism kit, grab some what looks like fiery red moss, and throw it right onto.
I was hoping for chili peppers, but all right.
Sure, yeah. I grab chili peppers and throw it right on his.
Reaper.
All right.
Throw it right on his.
It hits him, and for a moment he just looks startled and confused, and then he starts going, as you can see his helmet start to glow red, and the glow spread to the rest of his armor. Alright. He just sort of screams for a moment, and then just goes, and he lifts up his spear like,
Well, that
strike
didn't
you.
work.
Roll that 2d8.
Yeah, he's still taking damage. isn't he?
Hey, he still takes damage.
Disadvantage.
He just now isn't gonna try to take his armor off.
Sorry, 9 damage.
9 damage, nice.
That's a good one.
That's what 2d8 looks like. By the way.
Yeah.
Alright,
Step.
UI.
Not 5, not 3,
Oh
9.
God, I was not.
It was better than
I was not. I'm just gonna let that be known. I am going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I like throw it, but mechanically I'm gonna use them to hit him. But I'm gonna say I throw it in his face. The guy standing next to me.
Alright.
I have disadvantage if I throw it.
Right. So you're just
You can just say it, and I'm not gonna.
20.
20 will hit.
Ah.
Oh, the other one doesn't. Why does the good one miss? For 10 damage.
Nice.
The other one I
And
got.
actually, that gave it. Okay, 10 damage.
I get a 10.
Alright, so your axe goes hurtling towards his face. It slams into his helmet, and he sort of is knocked back, dazed for just a moment as you catch the axe right in midair and swing it towards his throat. He hops back, grabbing at his skull that seems to still be ringing. He looks like he's on his last legs.
And then I rip it out with a more than a 20 for 4 damage.
That'll kill him.
Oh.
Alright, as you tear it out, he goes dropping to the ground, his helmet cloven in two.
Whoa, cool.
Alright, Thaddeus.
Power. Oh, what?
Thaddeus.
That's you,
Oh,
buddy.
okay. I thought I had not had it. Never mind. I'm gonna swing at the. Well, there's one guy within easy reach of me. Which one has the helmet burning?
This individual right here.
That individual there. I'm gonna let that individual have a helmet burning for right now. So I'm gonna move up though, and I'm gonna swing at this dude who's the closest. Take 2 swings. Hit once. And the second one, no. Does guidance work on attack rolls? or
No,
is it
only
just-
skills.
okay.
Yeah.
Only skills,
Okay.
sorry.
So one is one's a 12. The other's a net 19.
All right, nice.
So 5 damage.
All right, on
Thaddeus-
this one here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Actually, as you've got that spear, you plunge your spear upwards through his gut. He sort of keels over on the spear, coughing up some blood for a moment until he just sort of slumps over, and you pull your spear free to face a new target.
Kick him off the spear, and in the same motion that I knock him off the spear, I extend my grip on the spear.
All right.
Take aim at those two.
All right, that's going to put us at the guards. So the one that's right there next to
Fighting a wolf.
Osborne,
Oh, okay.
he plunges his spear upwards.
At disadvantage?
Oh, yes, at
'Cause
disadvantage.
He's on fire.
He's still going to hit.
Oh.
Wait, what did he roll?
He rolled a 17 with his lower
That's
one.
right on the money.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I didn't realize your AC was so high.
I'm wearing adamant armor, remember?
All right. All right.
And I have an adamant shield.
So, that's going to deal
Sturdy.
3 piercing damage to you.
Ah! Well, I think I did more to you.
All right, and he follows it up, but the second one pings off of your armor. However, that first one you only make a concentration save.
Oh, that's
So
right.
the DC is 10.
Yeah.
You can do this. What's your constitution?
Oh, it's like you
You
just
rolled a
juiced
9.
me. +2.
Okay, you're fine.
You're
You're
good.
fine. So you keep the heat metal up. That puts us at the other two. Rolf turns and he says, "Just trust me on this one." And Rolf is going running towards. Let's say UI.
I have the least health of everyone.
I'm sorry. So that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
All right, and that's gonna deal 4 piercing damage. He follows it up with another quick jab. However, that one you catch under your arm and use it to sort of manipulate his movements for a moment before punching him in the face and knocking him back.
Nice.
That other guy over there says, "Rolf, you'll hang for this!" And he goes running forwards towards Osborne. And he's going to plunge upwards towards Osborne with a 21 to hit
Oh,
for
man.
8 piercing damage.
Jeepers.
Roll another
What's
thing.
8 plus 3?
11.
Yeah, 15.
Okay, good.
All right. Again, he follows it up with a second strike, but as he does so, you just sort of turn so your armor catches the blow and whip around, and you give him a little kick right in the face.
Ah, don't try to hit me.
That's
while
going to
I'm
put
on
us
that.
at esteem.
Cool.
I'll look
Do
at
some
the
stuff.
middle dude who just ran up and say, "You should have more faith in your friend. He is rather intelligent, as it turns out." And I'm going to cast Magic Missile on him
All right.
for the 3d4 plus 3, which is much better than the other stuff. It's going to be 12 force damage. On
12
the
force damage. Nice. On the middle one there?
Yep.
All right. Oh, that one. I'm looking at the wrong guy.
I think he is untouched.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
All right. Some force tears through one of his arms, and he sort of hunches over with a shout. As you can see, the armor around his arm, the ring mail underneath his breastplate, just sort of broken in that section, and some blood trickling down. He looks at you with cold eyes and raises his spear. That's going to put us at Osborne.
As a bonus action, you can set that dude on fire more and do
Uh,
that damage again.
I grab more chili peppers.
All right.
So.
All right. So that's another 2d8. And this, by the way, does not count as casting a spell, so you can still cast an action spell with this one if you want.
Whoa, 11 damage.
Man, he rolls well with it.
All right. And as he just starts to burn, you can see boils start to form on his face. As his helmet, you see a bit of his helmet. For a moment, it looks like there's just some liquid dripping down, and that's when you realize it's the steel. And it's dripping until you see it harden on the bottom of his face. You can see some dripping down his nose until it gets into his eye, and it freezes over, and you just see him wincing and screaming. He can't even really make a sound until he just sort of stumbles, his spear at the ready, and topples over with a clang as he hits the ground. It's gonna put us at...
He still has an
Wait,
action.
Oh yes, you still have an action,
You
yeah.
can still cantrip a dude. Or whatever.
Or whatever,
Or
dude, yeah.
whatever, dude.
I turn to look at the individual that hit me earlier, and I say, "Would you like the same fate?"
The burn must be defended at all costs.
I'm going to grab a thorn inside my herbalism kit and then create a whip out of it
Nice.
and try to wrap it around his throat. Okay, roll the 9.
Alright, as you do so, he takes his spear and he plunges it upwards so that the whip cracks against the spear and wraps around it. And as you yank, he yanks back and you stumble a step forward towards the edge of the table, narrowly balancing on the edge before the whip comes back out of his reach. Thaddeus. Oh, I'm sorry, UI.
UI, different stuff.
Oh, there you go.
Excellent.
And very close to another crit.
I mean, this one might not, but 19 plus 6, so 25.
Alright, that'll hit.
For 8
Okay.
damage.
On which one?
The one in front of me.
Okay.
Poor roll.
As I throw an axe right between his face.
Between his face.
Right
Simon.
Between his face and his face.
Alright, it clangs against his helmet.
A few too many to drink.
And then 17.
17 will also hit.
Awesome. For. Oh shoot! I'm so bad at math. 9 damage.
Alright.
And then is he dead?
So you throw the axe at his face, and as it hits, it embeds just barely before you yank it out. You can see blood splatter coming with it, but he's still standing, though staggered.
Awesome. And then as I rip it out, it does 8 damage.
8 more damage. So as you rip it out, you take the other axe and slap it against the side of his head, cracking his neck. He slams into the wall and droops over. He is killed.
That's right.
Now Thaddeus.
Alright. Extending
Maybe
my
nice.
reach with my spear. I'm not even going to bother moving. Just from where I am. As Oz is like windmilling for balance, then my spear is just going to go between his arm and his leg and
Nice.
thrust into the guy. And then as
Nice.
he's like, woo! Then I'll thrust again just between his feet into the,
All right.
into the gentleman. So 2 more swings. Both are good this
Nice.
time. So. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, alright. Oh, good. Same. So that's 6 and 10 damage. respectively.
Alright, taking your spear, you plunge upwards into the guy, and he immediately, with that first hit, is just sort of staggered back, stumbles, and then slides backwards off the tip of your spear, landing on the ground with a thud.
Right. Well,
Um,
that could have gone
I'll take
worse.
this.
Well, alarm or no, they are aware we are here now.
I'm gonna grab some mushroom dust, toss it in the air. Everyone regains. Okay, I have 10 health to give out. Who has the least amount?
Her.
How much?
Well, remember that it can
20.
only heal if you're below half. If you're
I
using the.
am
Preserve
exactly
life?
half.
She's exactly half.
Oh,
Can that count?
I don't know.
Because that's exactly.
I don't know the preserve life spell.
I think it
It's
only
not a spell.
doesn't it only heal you up
I don't know
to
what you're
half.
talking
I
about.
think that's right. It's a
No, I
thing.
thought you could give 10 health out to.
I'm checking.
Yeah, I thought it was anyone under half can get 10.
This feature can restore a creature to no more than half of its hit point max.
Oh.
Never mind.
Never mind then.
It's not worth it
Like
then.
the
Yeah.
crown power.
I grabbed the mushroom and
Oh, I forgot I have touch of death.
Yeah, you killed the guy.
3 people died within 5 feet of me, which means that I get 10 health for
Nice.
all of those.
Well,
But you only get the one because
for
it
the
doesn't
one you
stack.
killed.
but still, you get some temp HP. It's-
Do I have to kill it? I thought it was
It doesn't matter either way because you only can get one because temp HP never stacks.
But it's monk level plus
I
wisdom.
have it written down.
Nice. All right.
Sick.
Like 7 or so.
So what do you want to do?
That's 7 whole damage, dude.
I'm gonna undo Rolf's work
From
All right.
and swing open the door here.
All right. Well, as you swing open the door,
Swing, don't swing, no swinging.
this is already swung.
Swung. The door is swung.
Wait, we're not gonna check our backs before
It's
we
been
do that?
swinged.
Too late.
He swooned
It's
it.
What are you doing, wizard?
Aren't you the one who?
We were in a hurry.
What's the number there? Is
Aren't
it
you the one who
15?
Undid
15,
the
yeah.
circle of salt with the crazy corpse thing upstairs.
That was for knowledge.
All right. As you swing it open, roll for initiative.
Nice.
See?
So,
What knowledge is learned here? What the heck, dude?
a wide hallway runs the length of the keep's second floor, ending in stairs at one end and doors out to a balcony at the other. 5 other doors exit the hallway into adjacent chambers. Paintings, tapestries, and narrow pedestals supporting ivory busts decorate the walls of the hallway. However, once you enter this room, you can hear loud music and talking and laughter coming from this larger room at the end here. No, down. Yeah, that one there. So, the sounds of a fight might not be heard in this room.
Wow. In this hallway?
Yeah, but it does sound like a whole lot of people are in that room there.
Okay.
So, if you do it quickly, you may not alert them. All right, Osborne, what you got?
Kitty farts.
Yeah, he's the worst about that.
Yeah.
3.
Esteem.
14.
I accidentally put 1 instead of 14.
Please don't do that.
All right, UI.
15.
Thaddeus.
9.
Hey, we're bringing up the slow crew.
Yep, the little guys.
All right, so
We're more of a sprinter.
Very dangerous over short distances.
in this hallway,
Holy shnikes, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh, my
Oh,
God. You just
boy.
had to swing it open.
We're making our way through.
Downtown,
Let's-
walking past.
Let's do help. Let's do help. Let's do help.
What?
Let's do help.
What does that mean?
The maneuver.
What
Someone
are you
be
talking
hurt.
about?
Throw
No,
it in.
the-
Say you need help.
No, it's not gonna work here. This
I
is
was
the
like, you
worst
guys made
maneuver.
maneuvers without me?
Kinda.
Can we please do the ear tug, front tuck roll? That
Yes.
means you play dead.
Fake 23 blast with a back.
Actually, in
The
fact,
rest is ass.
I guess
We
I'm
waited.
move
Yeah.
those two guys over one more. In fact, move all 3 of those groups over 1 square.
Oh, sick.
So actually, no one has currently seen you.
Thank
But we'll keep this initiative. You can hear the sounds of talking right here in loud music in the next room.
Okay.
Uh,
I think it's possible that those guards might have found better things to do.
okay.
Then their job.
So you also hear from the other side of the room. You hear. Ah, right. Oh, I got you that time. I did.
Quietly, let's go. And I point across the way to another. Well, do we think the Baron's on this floor? Or do we think we need to keep going down? Because we can get
I
down.
thought I remembered it being on the second floor, but I don't know.
Well,
That's-
we
that's-
don't know. That's the thing is, no one ever asked about his schedule anywhere.
Yeah.
That's true. We didn't do that.
I
might
would
be
have.
partying.
I would have asked
You might be
Colby.
partying.
But you were a flower.
Yeah, you were a flower. Should we check our backs, dude? Make sure no one comes up.
We'll close this door behind us. We need to close this door and bar it. The Rolf special. And then.
Can I make a tripwire out of vine?
What do you want to do?
I just want to
Oh, are we
literally
out- are we
make
out of initiative
a
order?
wire that goes across the maybe about. If I do from, let's say, a tug on the wall and a chair, so if someone trips
It'll
over,
pull
it,
over the chair.
will move.
Okay.
Make a loud
Yeah, you
noise.
can do that.
Are we still in initiative?
Let's go in initiative order because they might at any moment turn around.
I'm sorry, brother. What's the plan? Steady whisper.
I'm going to shut this door and bar it.
That's a good one.
And we will go through that door.
I like that idea.
Do it.
Close it.
There is another door out of
Yeah,
this
it's over
room.
right
Yeah.
here.
Oh, it's my turn first.
Yeah, I think that's what he was
The
talking
pillars
about.
Okay, yeah.
We want to use that
That door.
All right.
There is not party.
You can move the pillars
They
if
don't
you
really
want.
fit in this room.
You can move them if you want.
I bar the door for him.
Huh?
You can move them if you want.
Sweet.
A little rude, but okay.
Well, I'm first. So you
All
want
right.
to wait? I can wait.
Esteem, what do you want to do?
I want to open the other door.
All right. So opening that door with the what is it 24?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Did you bar that door too?
Yeah, I closed and barred it.
A stuffed brown bear sits on its haunches in the corner of the room, fangs bared and glaring at the top of the stairs.
They're married.
Inspiration.
Okay.
Both?
Yeah.
She was barring the other door.
She got line of sight.
She's got spider senses.
I do.
I sense a bear.
I'm
Or
I'm
bear
also
sense.
a wood elf,
Bear sense.
so when I feel the eyes, and it's like, ah.
Yeah, you just see the bear.
Oh, I thought there was more. I thought we were interrupting.
No, that was it.
We have a staircase. And I will go look down the staircase.
Alright, bye guys.
Okay. That staircase, it looks down to another landing below, where the stairs turn and head further down.
Gotcha. I'm gonna send my crawling claw buddy.
Of all the people to be freaked out
Dude.
by a dead
Scope
stuff
it out.
thing in the party, why was it you?
I'm not used to people stuffing dead bodies.
All right, down into there.
Usually you get rid of them.
All right.
What am I? Oh, I guess I have to action to actually sense through it. So
Yeah, but I'm
I
assuming
don't
you
know
are.
it's there yet. It's just
A
gonna walk
set of tall iron doors stand to the east. Those two there. while smaller wooden doors exit to the south and the west. Stairs in the north end of the corridor that you came from ascend to the landing, turn, and continue up to the next level of the tower. You can see that there's a detail of 2 guards standing guard in this room. One leaning against the wall here, and one standing alert here. The 2 of them are speaking to one another across from there.
So the finger's just like.
Yeah, right.
It's got a little eye that opens up on the end.
Oh, you got that from the ten-eyed.
Oh,
man.
the Ten-Eyed Man, yeah. What a
well,
great power.
Can I kind of pick up anything that they're hearing from the top of the stairs there?
Yeah, so from the stairs you can hear...
Fingerless.
Oh, come on. It won't be long till this new group here just sweeps across the entire country. They've got real power, they do. Not like that Laura Mere. And one of them says, that's blasphemous, you know. You can't speak that way. The other one says, look, all I'm saying is what's Laura Mere ever done for anybody? Crops don't grow. Mountains are cold. Colder each year they are. But these guys, these new guys, they're doing things. Doing real things. And the other guy says, but we don't know about the cost. And he says, look, the Baron said they're good, and that's good enough for me. Baron's done a lot of good in these parts. He's a war hero, you know. Fought in the Battle of Piran's Bluff. That's why they gave it to him. He says, I understand. I know what the Baron did. But I don't know. I don't trust these outsiders. Ah, you're just afraid of change is all. There's nothing to it. The others, they're just a new way of looking at things. That's all it is.
I'm gonna have the crawling claw point a finger at the dissenting one,
Okay.
and I'm casting message on him.
Okay.
He's gonna hear, you would denounce your faith in me?
Whoa.
He stands up for a moment. The one who's talking about the others?
Yeah.
He stands up for a second, and his buddy goes, what is it? Yeah, it was probably nothing. Yeah, it was nothing. Certainly.
I am nothing to you now.
Well, I didn't mean you're nothing. And he goes, no, I didn't think that's what... No, not you, I mean... Well, then who are you talking to? It's only the 2 of us and the... Look, I don't...
Do you think my power has reached its end?
Dear Lord. Dear Lord, dear Lord. Lorimir, the light is all I have ever served. I ask not to be in the darkness.
Go right, go right.
I is not for the darkness, only for the light. And the guy looks at him and he goes, I thought you were just saying that you'd much... No! Lorimir's power is real. And he watches us even now. And the guy says, that's what I've been trying to say.
You will show this man the repentance in prayer.
Yes, I will. Join me in prayer now.
Go you to the chapel to pray.
Yes, I will, Lord. I will. The guy says, what are you all right? He says, come, we must get to the chapel. Lorimir himself has spoken to me. And the guy says, Lorimir himself? Come! But we're supposed to be on... Look, do you want to take an order from your Baron or your God? And he says, well, I suppose, God, if Lorimir's really spoken to you, that's... Such has not happened since the days of Thrimikai himself. And he says... You think I might be a prophet? He says,
Our prophet's dead.
He says, I don't know. We should... hie thee to the church. We should find out. We should ask the priest there. But the priest won't even believe us. He knows I've been seeing the priests of the others. He says, then bring him your repentance. And together we shall bathe in the light. Come, brother! And they go running off out of the room.
You have to find this guy at some other point and just be like, you've done well, and then be like, live your life as normal. I will no longer speak to you. Goodbye.
As you want.
That's kind of what you...
We just hear a Dean giggling from the other room. And that.
Your way is clear.
Inspiration.
Oh, you cannot tell Thaddeus about this.
I don't know. Like, part of it would be like,
Well done. Also heresy. I don't know.
Not the best methods, but hey, that guy, he's rededicated himself. Like,
Right.
Back on the path.
It's a little hellfire. Little pit
Alright.
darkness. We don't have that, so.
Anybody's gonna join
No,
me on
just
this
be
grade
dark.
downstairs?
Well, we're in initiative order.
Yeah.
Oh, we are. Yep.
currently, now that
I just took a ton of actions.
you're all right to not be in initiative order right now, since you've closed the door. You're now
I just
away from
literally
the
did
guy.
6 actions.
We'll be going. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Oh, by the way, the reason those guards were distracted was because Greg played the card Better Things to Do. Choose a group of NPCs. Those NPCs are preoccupied with one thing or another and get a -10 penalty to their passive perception and insight checks, and cannot make active checks until their suspicion is roused.
Which I'm assuming their passive perception isn't that.
Probably not. Probably not.
Good. It's probably like 12.
What terrain are we currently in?
Mountain.
Okay.
So we're going down.
Yeah, I'm gonna scurry down and pick up my buddy on the way.
All right. So yeah, you see the iron doors to the east, and then the wooden doors to the south and the west.
Okay. Does my familiar there detect anything beyond the walls with his license?
Oh, right, he has blind sight.
We don't have a north.
Yeah. So what?
We don't have a north.
North is that way. With his blind sense, he can detect that each of these rooms harbors one sleeping creature. Each of these two.
Okay.
About a medium-sized creature.
Oh my god, that's so bad.
And he can detect that, and you can actually hear there are several people speaking to one another in the next room here.
Next room over.
Yeah, you
Your
guys-
familiar can sense 5 people.
5 people.
It's
Wow.
used.
Okay. I'll just signal back. No talking.
I like that.
And you can hear from the next room.
Message.
Honestly, I have to say, I don't think I've ever seen Thad run so quick in my life. And the other guy says, "Eh, well, you know how it goes once a man thinks he's been struck by God. That's a sad thing to see a man lose his mind."
Where do we hear
I'm
from?
buried a
1412?
Scottish atheist.
I think it was from this direction.
Yeah, you hear that from room 12 there.
Oh, that's really good.
Do we have information of where Baron might meet? No.
No, we
We
got
already
You
asked
guys are
that.
dumb.
So we're gonna have to push our way
And
through.
it seems right now we're in a barracks, so he's not gonna be here.
Was that the metal door or the wood door?
That was the iron doors to the
There's
east
all
there.
around doors.
All right, let's not go to that.
And those voices, by the way, are very muffled because of the iron door. It's a lot heavier.
We don't really have an option. That way it leads us.
Well, we don't know that.
I can
Well, I mean,
email the
architecturally speaking.
Yeah,
that
you
way-
you know you're in the tower right now, and
Yeah.
you know the shape of the
Well,
tower.
we also don't know where the Baron is. He might be in one of those rooms.
That's
That's true. So let's
Maybe
check,
he's
I guess.
sleeping. Maybe he hangs out with the.
So you want to check one of the other doors?
Maybe we can stealthily open it.
I
Someone who's
think
not
we
me.
can. Yep.
Alright. Who wants to do it?
I
No,
might.
that's just.
Oh, I'm gonna use this one. This one's been really nice to me.
Alright, give me a
You
stealth
guys
check.
always love me.
That's fine. That's perfectly
I
fine.
have advantage or expertise or whatever.
Proficiency?
Yeah, there you go. Language. I didn't say anything. 15.
15? Alright, so as you slowly creak open the door, you can see a man sleeping in the bed there. He's sort of rolled over. Man looks to be in about his late 30s.
Does he look very finely dressed?
He does not look finely dressed at all. He's wearing just a simple white sort of frock.
And the room's plain.
Right, the room's plain. In fact, here I'll read. The room here is furnished with 3 beds, 2 pine tables that hold wash bins and ceramic urns, and a large wooden chest. Pegs on the wall hold cloaks, and you can see that the guy has on his nightstand a small helmet.
Cool.
You got a little head, small head.
The helmet has a horsehair plume hanging out of it.
He's an important guy.
Adorable. I kind
It's just one guy in this?
Just one guy.
close the door a little bit. And I say, let's do it this way so that Mike can pick it up. I say, it's not the Baron, but he looks important.
Wow.
He's got a really cool helmet. Feather involved.
Is that what we told any importance?
Because I look really good.
Usually they put fancy feathers in their hats to denote how great they
I
are.
pointed
are
all
running
the
short on
flowers
time.
and stuff in my helmet.
Doesn't Esteem have a big feathered hat?
Not this one.
Oh, not this
Not
version.
this one.
It's that other esteem. Stop crossing the universes, Colby.
Whoa!
So yeah, what do y'all want to do?
Not disturb him. I think. Let's not
That's what I was
disturb him.
suggesting.
How about we try the other door then?
Okay.
So 14?
Why not, you wussies?
Ooh, less.
Because
Two left.
So two less than last time.
Thaddeus isn't about to
All right.
do while he's sleeping.
13. All right. You slowly open the door, and you see a similar room, basically exactly the same. And the guy here looks a little bit older. He probably looks in his late 40s or early 50s. And this guy, he lies very calmly on his back, his arms sort of behind his head, as though he fell asleep very relaxed. You can tell he is sleeping. And he has on his nightstand a couple of gold pieces and a dagger.
Is that what that treasure chest is?
No,
Or is there-
that's this room.
There is
That
a
was the
treasure
first
chest
room.
in that room. Yeah.
Wait,
In the
there's
first
14
room,
of
there
you?
was a treasure chest. In the second room, there is not. But there are still pine dressers and
I relayed
walls
there was
holding
a treasure
cloaks.
chest in the first room because I'm an idiot. But then I also say that
Chest with all the belongings. It doesn't necessarily mean treasure.
Those cookies.
these are my
You don't want those
cookies.
ones. You want one of these.
I have contaminated those.
Why are you sick?
Give me him.
Stop being.
There you go.
I want to miss
You
school.
want to get off work? Yeah.
He works when he feels like it.
Me too. And then I just tell them basically that information as I close the door, so that I'm not just like, there's a guy in here. That'd be bad.
So I'm a little lost. Which 14 has the relaxing man?
The relaxing man's the one without the chest.
Got it.
He's relaxing, not sleeping.
What did we
He is
see?
sleeping.
Oh, okay.
What
But it
did
just
we
looks like
see
he fell
in
asleep
the
in a very relaxed
other
position.
14?
Younger guy with a horsehair helmet and a chest.
I thought he was in 12.
No.
Oh,
12,
So
we haven't
that's
gone
the
through
iron
yet.
door.
That's a big door with the talking behind it.
Only 5 peoples.
Peoples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to look through.
Is there a peephole on the iron door?
Greg was messing with you. No, there's not a people.
I was not being entirely serious.
So sorry, I doubled down. I shouldn't have. Sorry.
Stop editing me.
I'm at a crossroads here. Because,
I don't really want to kill everyone.
yeah,
That guy has treasure.
I
Potentially.
mean, maybe.
he has a really nice helmet.
There's treasures on the board, dude.
If I can play...
Remember what happened last time there was a treasure chest on the board? And it was a
we
mimic.
let out a demon.
No, I'm talking about last time. In your game that you ran.
Oh,
Yeah, I know they didn't know the special things, and I know that sometimes it's just, there's a book on that shelf, but I want it. I'm a simpleton.
If I could play Devil's Advocate, aka Thorin, we would probably go in the room and kill him.
Foreign?
I forgot.
Oh, foreign!
Foreign.
Oh!
Foreign Oaken Shield?
Why is he
That's how I
Devil's
always
Advocate?
remember his
I've
name
never been
because
so
it's
wrong in
rhymes
all
with
my
Thorin.
life.
I don't really want to kill him.
I mean, I'm not gonna while he's asleep.
Does suggestion
Our
work on a
fans-
sleeping target?
I don't think
Our fans
so.
did
I
say
think so. So we have to wake him up.
What did they say?
we should snuff them out while they sleep because that sounds like a paladin thing to do.
Who said that?
That was Doug.
Oh, nice.
Shush. Now, I realize I'm not exactly the very, most morally upstanding of paladins, but I've got a code. I'm not gonna stab a dude while he's asleep.
This druid doesn't. I'd rather die in my sleep.
I mean, that's how I want to go.
Well, I don't think we're talking about whether you're gonna die.
No.
We'll see if they
I'm
are.
not
Yeah,
willing
but
to.
if I were him,
Fair.
I would want to die in my sleep.
Rather die in your sleep than be a bad guy.
But die in your sleep means that you know.
No, it means that I am asleep and now I am dead.
It's as simple as that. there is no middle ground, no middle person. It is from A to B. That's it.
Okay, well then you go.
I'm asleep, I'm dead.
Slit him up with an axe then.
I mean,
If
you're the
ace
priest
a
of the
stealth,
black.
yeah, go usher him
No,
to
I
your
don't.
god's loving
No,
arms.
see, that's the thing. We're
You
not
weirdo.
about murdering people. There's a code. You can't life unless there's.
Then you owe a
Unless
life.
Yeah, you
Unless
owe
you,
a
like,
life
want
if you
to.
take one, so I'm not gonna kill him.
That means you just kill someone else and use their life for the life you have.
You're gonna save someone, or maybe in an obscure way it means you have to have a baby.
Maybe his
Yeah,
hand
that's-
can count.
Yeah, your last character already had a baby, so.
Yeah, happy with that. Thank you very much.
9. Being through it.
I mean, I'm thinking I might try to tell this guy to take his friends upstairs.
Suggestion?
About
Hey,
it.
did you roll your
Okay.
rolls?
I
Where
have
are
them,
we
yes,
gonna
who would
be
fail?
in that case?
We just hide in the other, or hide in the room. Yeah.
Until
Hide in the
we
room,
go
they'll all
downstairs
walk
upstairs.
past upstairs.
No, there's a dude in
Well,
there.
then they'll steal all the dead bodies.
Yeah, there's a dude in there. Where are we gonna hide? Because there's dudes in
Yeah,
there.
no, I'm saying we would hide in the room where we woke the guy up from. But it doesn't make sense now because they would have to walk past all these dead bodies to get there. And the
So
door.
maybe not
So
upstairs.
let's
then.
not do that. No.
Well,
What
we're
about
downstairs.
downstairs?
We are downstairs.
Well, what about more? What about out in like we just blew up an
Hey,
outfit shop?
What
There's all
if he
kinds of
feels
kerfuffle.
compelled by the Lord?
There's clearly not all kinds of kerfuffle because they're hanging out chatting.
There was,
guys
there
partying
was some
upstairs.
amount of kerfuffle.
Maybe you should try to
Kerfuffle.
join the party.
Perhaps
That's
insufficient
what I was
kerfuffle.
saying. But if I did that, they would go the shortest route.
Oh, and that
Which
is
would take
that
them,
way.
like, past the
Yeah,
dead
yeah,
bodies.
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. What if you told me to go
Or
back?
you could just kill
There's
him
gotta
in
be a
sleep.
kitchen.
Because I'm not gonna.
The kitchen's not here.
Yeah, well, where was the chapel? That's what I was wondering.
It was in town.
Yeah,
it's out of the keep. They
So
just
how
ran
they
all the way
leave
out.
out of the keep?
He
They
went
could
through
go
the
out
iron
the
doors.
front door.
That's why those guys were talking like.
Never seen a guy run that fast.
Oh, so this is the entrance of the keep.
Right.
Aha!
Yep.
Now I know where I am.
Yeah, except that
We
we
started
still
from
don't
the
know
top.
where the Baron is.
Now we're here.
Well, whose fault is that?
We started at the top. Though.
Not mine.
That's
I mean-
the wrong way.
Yeah.
You got it. Sort of.
You weren't here.
Um,
We always appreciate your voice of wisdom.
Oh,
Wow, that was
wisdom.
really funny. I asked what we should do, and one of our lovely fans said die. We should die.
We.
Thanks.
Well, that would
Aliens
be a
from
quick
Independence
problem.
Day.
That
Well,
would keep you from having to make this difficult choice.
He does have the reroll, so I'm afraid.
Oh no.
he has a reroll. Yeah, he's not gonna use it on any of y'all.
No, I think he's
That'd be
saving it for
perfectly
Sam's
fine.
death save.
Love it.
I don't have that card anymore, so I can't save Sam.
Who's him?
I'm worried you will die, and I wanted to save you.
Why did y'all ask about the Baron?
Wait, what if we ask that guy, and you suggest to say, like,
Tell me what
we
it
are your
is.
friends, do not sound the alarm. We just want to talk to you. And then we can
He has to
get
I could
suggest-
just
he has
charm
to-
person in and do that. That's a first slot. The first level slot.
Whoop, whoop.
There's also 5 people in that next room there.
Yes.
Why would we?
Oh, let me get my mass suggestion. I didn't prep that today.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying on the guy who's sleeping.
Yes.
Yeah.
I misunderstood this whole time. I was like, this is a terrible idea. I thought you were gonna walk into the next room and suggest one guy, and the other 4 were gonna be like.
Could you wolf him out? No, yeah, wake up the dude who's in the other room.
That makes more sense.
It's a party,
Let's
guys.
do the one that has treasure, because they got one.
Well, what are we doing to him, though? We're not killing him.
I thought
We're not
first
killing him.
That's an idea that has merit.
Yeah,
Then
sure.
ask him about the Baron.
Would he have disadvantage since he's asleep?
No.
I mean,
You
I
gotta
would
You'd-
be able to
you'd have to
cast
wake him
it.
up, yeah.
we can wake him up. As long as he's
I'm
not
not
fighting
waking up.
us. If he's not like fighting
I've
us,
woken
then
up
we're
Colby
not-
once.
I'll wake him up. I'll wake him up so that so that if he does do like a Colby Hiya awakening, then it's the toughest guy and not the wizard,
Well, actually, I'm technically the toughest guy right now.
health wise.
He also can get tons of temp HP by turning into plants.
Ah.
That's true.
Oh, okay, I'll go and do it.
Go for
I'm
it
gonna go
then.
meet a blight.
Also, he's the less.
You're gonna turn
No,
into a
not
plant
right
to
now.
fight him? You're gonna wake him up as he's going to attack.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Or he'll wake up and be like, I don't remember that shrubbery there.
Shrubbery goes.
Alright, everyone,
Bat.
be a bush. That's so we do.
I'm a tree.
I'm a tree.
You are dreaming. Suggestion, you're dreaming.
You're dreaming it. Whatever you say has no consequence. Oh well. Let's talk then.
Right, go for
Why
it.
are all of you men except the elf?
I will also enter, but I'm gonna look as non-threatening as possible. which comes across just a little bit
A
threatening.
little bit.
Just a little
Maybe.
bit. Like, I'm like
Just
trying to be like,
But you're really sitting there.
no, it's yeah, and I'm by the
A
door.
fighting game character is like static posed.
Oh.
I walk by the monk going, mate, just breathe. 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 Breathe.
I can't do that.
I can't see.
I don't know if it was going to be a sneeze or if you were hyperventilating.
Okay,
A little
so we're technically in the room now.
Alright, so who's waking him up?
I will nudge him awake because I don't think he's gonna swing.
You're a drow!
As
Are
you nudge
sure
him.
You're a drow.
No, he's a
He
foul.
can't see
He's a
anything.
foul. Drow don't exist in this
Same
world.
thing.
So as you nudge him, he kind of goes, "Oh, it can't be far away. I didn't even hear the root.
Is that you, old friend?
Who are you?"
I cast your person upon
I
you.
do cast your person upon him. He needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
And it's been forever since I've had a turn person cast. Can you actually read that to me?
Yeah, you attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it.
Okay.
Which
If
is
it
not
fails,
so
if it fails, it is charmed by you until the spell ends,
much.
or until you or your companions do anything harmful to it.
Okay. He says,
The charmed creature regards these friendly friends or provides.
"I don't know who you are, but you're not part of the watch.
Crap.
Did he pass his wisdom?
Who are you?"
Best to say.
He looks around, and which room are you in? That one there. He looks over to his against the wall where you can see a pike leaned.
Does he look over at
It's
me?
pretty far away. Yeah, he kind of glances
Is it
around
by-
the
is it
room
by
now.
me?
I give the
I
weirdest
am-
smile
I
ever
am-
and just go,
I am coming to you in a dream, so you should speak freely to any questions we ask you.
Is this a
And
suggestion?
he rolls a 2.
Suggestion.
He's gonna fail this one. He rolls a 2.
Oh, he rolls a 2! Alright.
Just do it.
He shakes his head and he says,
I knew the first one wouldn't work.
"Dreaming of fallows. That's weird."
wanna see something weird, huh? I turn into a neon light.
Right, this is definitely a dream.
Okay.
Alright, definitely a dream.
Right?
My name is.
I really shouldn't have eaten that cheese. Oh, Madge warned me.
Probably not. Said the dwarf in a bizarrely Thrimming accent.
My name is Esteem. You may shake my third hand.
What?
And my.
I was like, what?
Oh, I understand. You represent my sense of pride. Yes. So if you're esteem, you must be my
Gluttony.
prowess?
Gluttony.
Oh! Gosh. Jeez. And then you're my life force.
Never enough cheese.
And. Huh.
Stupidity.
No.
Oh. Inspiration.
And you're my no. I was gonna say love.
Now, so we are your bits of you, as you understand.
This is Inside Out starring D20.
We are wishing to introduce ourselves on your behalf to your leader.
I sort of walk.
Where might we find him?
My leader. Am I my leader?
No, I'm afraid not. No, the Baron of this great city who has assumed control is your leader.
Oh, the Baron.
Yes.
Aye.
We thought it was about time for you to seek promotion. But of course, to do that, you'll have to go before the Baron.
And to do that, you will need courage. And to gain courage, you will need all of us.
I've got plenty of courage, though.
Oh, but the Baron is a great man of great presence.
I was the first to cross the breach in the battle.
And the Baron won the battle.
That's true.
Yes, so all of our help, you will be able to gather the courage to get the money that you deserve out of that Baron.
Right. Blackwell's always been a fool. I should take his place.
You should be the Baron.
Right hand.
Oh,
Right.
yes, it does make sense that my pride would speak out of turn. Roll me some persuasion check.
There is such a thing as too much.
I'm not talking.
And roll me a persuasion check as well.
The neon light walks over to him. slowly grabs his
Yeah.
hand.
He wasn't gonna
Puts my hand on top.
You think I'd be able to understand myself in a dream?
I am Groot.
Sometimes we cannot understand our own thoughts.
I'm deep.
22.
Oh!
So, with a good old
Well, the Baron, of course, is just following his daily routine.
So right about now, he would be...
What time is it? When did I fall asleep?
It is roughly just past sunset.
Roughly the time that it is.
Yeah, it's just past sunset. Yeah, it'd be roughly 6 p.m.
About now, it would be...
Yes, that would put him. Oh well, he'd be taking his daily dinner, of course.
I pointed at him and go,
Yes.
In the dining hall. Now, was that only the first or the second floor?
Well, obviously the second,
The second
with
floor.
Captain Blackwell and his bodyguards,
Naturally.
and of
Yes,
course the
right.
dogs.
Right. The dogs, yes. And those dogs were always such good mutts at their job.
We're not afraid of the dog's life force.
The dogs would never be distracted by anything like, gosh.
For instance, a random situation.
This is a dream, then why can I still hear Ted's voice in the other room?
Well, they do not know that we are speaking with you. But if we silence them while you were sleeping, you might
We
have...
thought that it would make you the most comfortable to have a dream of this nature, to be able to hear the noises that you are used to.
sorry.
Were you doing that in character? Or are you just...
It can be quite.
No, I was trying to assist her.
It can
I'm
be.
casting help action. He's casting help
It can be quite startling to have a soul-searching dream such as this.
He starts eyeing that pike again, and he says, "I don't know."
Though you are asleep, your ears still hear. You can hear us with your mind, but your ears are still hearing what's going on in the next room. Doesn't it sound muffled and strange?
Your friends do not hear us at all. Watch, and I will message him. Can you hear us?
Roll me a deception check.
Oh.
And performance, I think.
Performance.
I can
Does he have
do both of them equally well.
Which is to
Do
say,
we
equally
get
well?
advantage because we're hanging out
Guidance.
like that?
Oh, I can't.
I already rolled, so I can't take my port. This is a 5.
He says, "Wizard's trick."
Do not be silly. You are not a wizard.
No, but you are.
My
Your friend would never have
my
magic.
twig hand
Quietly.
on his
And I
side.
cast silence in another room.
Ooh. I'm shocking grasp.
It will, can you?
Oh, does it have a verbal component?
I know. I'm sorry.
Yes, it does.
I'm sorry.
Ah.
I motioned for you to get out of the room.
You reach in and you grab him, and to your surprise, nothing happens. He looks down and he goes, poof, and he swings straight into you. However, as he comes swinging in, Thaddeus grabs his wrist this far away from your face. All right,
Initiative, I take it.
Roll for initiative?
roll for
I've
initiative.
got a thing.
Oh, shucks.
Did you just say, oh, shut up?
Yeah.
Oh, shucks, father.
Phil
There's
Flickery.
a deal. That's pretty good.
All right, Osborne,
I actually got a 17.
it's team.
6.
UI,
15. Where's my 20?
Thaddeus.
1.
Wow, wow. All right, Osborne, you're up.
Yep, let me just figure out what my claw attack does.
I should have just told him to go back to sleep. I shouldn't ask $50.
I'm taking that hat.
Sorry.
That's a nice helmet.
What the
You can't say that. It's not.
All right, UI.
Oh.
No, I claw.
All right.
10. I'm gonna say 2. 12.
12. As you, he is unarmored, and Yeah, just barely. Yeah, you claw into his chest, tearing his tunic.
3 damage.
Also, it's very quiet, so no one will hear us fighting.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so
That's what I was
That's why I did it.
as I was grabbing,
Also, I'm the silent.
as I was still grabbing his hand, he went
It's
to
about time.
punch him, and I just stuck my hand with the needles into his chest like
He
that.
goes. Alright, UI.
I stand in front of his pike,
Okay.
so it's behind me. So he gets to get through me. To get
Okay.
to that pike. And then I throw
Monster.
an axe at him. Ooh, that one misses. For sure.
Alright, you throw the axe, and he just sort of, taking his arm, hits it with his forearm midair to knock it out of the way.
Okay, the next one was a 16.
16 will hit.
Oh, sweet. Then I get 6 damage.
Okay.
And those are both of my throwing axes, so I just have my main one.
Alright. Alright, that makes it his turn, and oh, and I didn't put him down there. He, standing right here, is gonna just step to the side and quickly kick open
Is
the
he stepping
chest
away from me?
and grab, yes he is, and grab a longsword out of the chest, drawing it, but he unfortunately can't do anything else for him.
Too many object interactions.
Esteem.
Hey,
Oh yes, your opportunity type.
Yep. 8 plus 3 is
11.
11.
11, alright, to hit.
Yes.
11 will hit.
Sweet.
Oh.
And now it's 2d4 plus
Alright, you yank your claws as he steps out of the way
5 damage.
for 5 more slashing. It looks like it hurt. He doesn't look particularly bad. Esteem?
Esteem, do a thing.
Well, I'm out of first level slots, so I'm going to point at this helmet, which will move very quickly.
Haha.
Since I'm casting catapult. At
By the way,
third
did you
level.
see Catapult's range changed?
No.
Really?
Now
It's 60 feet
160.
now. No, it's 60 feet.
Oh, 60. Wow.
In
That's
Xanathars,
a lot
yeah.
worse. It was 150.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's good to
What
know.
an annoying nerf.
Good to know.
Alright.
So
Really?
yeah,
You're gonna nerf the range of a thing that is throw an object really far?
I'm just telling you what the rules are.
That's lame.
I'm going to cast that at the third level because that's the slot I have.
Alright.
This is really gonna hurt.
If you pass
It's DC.
Probably failed. He got a 9.
Yeah, he definitely failed. So that's 5d8.
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Oh!
Looking at 12, 19, 30 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, his helmet, his helmet, his helmet goes flying across the room and slams into his skull. The plume, the part that holds the plume, embedding itself in his forehead. He grabs at it as he goes slamming against the wall and slumps down as the helmet sort of falls down, its end bloody and covered in gray matter, and you can see that that his skull is just like dripping where there's a huge hole in it.
You don't even have to cast silence because I'm over here like.
I look very, very sad, and then I say,
I gesture towards the other room where we saw the other guy, and then sort of motion towards this room where we are, and go.
go, I understood.
Yeah, I think I follow. I'll let you guys.
In the chest is
The
there
light
any
doesn't
answer?
Yeah, in the chest, you can see basically the equipment of a guard captain. So it looks like he had, other than the helmet, of course, because the helmet he was holding on his.
That was the guard captain.
Face.
So here's not the guard captain, but basically a guard
okay.
sergeant,
Yeah.
like sergeant of
He
the
was up
watch.
there.
But you see in there is a dagger, a quarrel of crossbow bolts that match the light crossbow hanging on the wall over there. And you can also see there's a suit of chainmail inside, along with a tabard that bears the sigils of this city. So it has basically, the mountain with a tower and then a crow atop the...
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to wear it because it's size for a human.
That's true.
And we don't have 10 minutes. 5 if somebody helped me, but someone help! Someone alright, so you both follow.
Yep.
So I think we should get him in here.
Whoa, I mean, if one person's going,
Or
we don't really
we're gonna
need to
grab
take
the
it
other
away.
dude and put him down and then bring him in here?
For
Oh,
silence.
my thought was if we were gonna fight.
How do we know what you're thinking?
Oh, bring the baddies in here?
Yeah, clearly that's not what came across, so...
Oh, I thought you wanted us to go in here, make some noise, go back in there, and then like come in here.
See, I thought he wanted us to smack
I mean,
you.
basically,
I
that's
think
what
we
it
picked
was.
up the same
I meant for this dude in particular. But yeah.
Well, if you
No,
go out.
I only got one more second level spell slot. so
Didn't
I-
silence 20-foot radius?
I believe that's right. I don't
Is that the
know.
whole tower?
Yeah.
Because
They might have
Depending
noticed.
on
no,
where
it depends on where you centered it. I assume you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't
I mean,
have
I don't
wanted
think we
it.
can center it outside the tower.
But
so
you can center it somewhere you can see. There's a window here and a window
Oh,
here, so you
yeah.
could have put it there.
Yeah, so...
You could have even put it like.
Yeah, to get the sleeping dude.
Oh, and I'll get the sleeping guy too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now we can go get him.
Okay, how are you gonna relay that to us?
Well, he's asleep. We can just.
I gesture for you guys to come with me towards the other room, and then make a stabbing motion
Yeah.
with my spear. I'm probably gonna want to wake him up first because that's just my thing. But bless you.
You mouth to
It
him,
is
watch
my
your
year,
death.
Uh-huh. How long does silence last?
Up to 10 minutes.
Oh
Okay.
wow. Okay. I thought it was a
Okay.
minute. That's pretty
I would make my way into the older gentleman's room.
Okay. As you walk in there, it's totally quiet. He'd sleep.
Are you guys following behind me?
Mm-hmm.
The needle light pushes on his shoulder.
I think
And
we're.
it kind of goes.
I look over at the paladin.
Smack him.
I'm trying to my hardest to wake him up. I cover his eyes and right in his throat.
Oh jeez.
He would have killed him in his sleep.
It would have been painless if we killed him in his sleep.
Blood sort of pouring out of his mouth.
The poor guy. Wow.
Yikes.
His head lolls back against the pillow, now stained pink with the blood.
Flowers begin to sprout. I grab mine and give him across.
Alright.
Yeah, I say a few words.
You wanted me to wake him up!
Yeah. Yeah, to give him a chance to defend himself. Not just to
Well,
make
I
it
didn't think I was
painful.
gonna instant kill him.
That's how Kobe works. He's asleep. He can't possibly defend himself. You stabbed him in the neck.
Yeah.
He's dead.
That's true.
There's no you just do a crit. No, he stabbed him.
I
in
look
the
at you
neck.
and I go, blood is dripping off some of my
Your
needles.
creepy tree
Yes.
face, like, you do a smile.
Someone can still draw that.
Yeah.
Ellen, what?
Right.
Or
So
yeah.
I guess it's loot the room.
Yeah, basically there's the equipment of another sergeant of the watch in here.
Nothing that feels fancy or magical, including the other two really
I
gross.
would love to.
No.
I'd love to turn him on the side where he's facing the wall, not the door.
Okay.
Make it look like he's just sleeping in his bed.
Okay.
To cover some
Oh,
of
we should do that with the other guy. So you do that, and I do that with the other guy.
Alright.
You'll have to make him sleepy face down.
And then I look at you and kind of go. Thank you, Nick.
I go out in the hallway.
Yeah, I'll leave the area and go. The Baron is on the second floor.
What?
Oh, yes, and likely where the revelry was going
Yes.
on.
I
Okay.
can dampen the noise again, but that will be about the extent of what I can do.
That's all we need.
Bling, 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 bling.
I pat you on the head and I say, very good, Oz.
It certainly will do no good to tear through these gentlemen behind the door.
No, I don't think so. At the end of the day, some of them are probably just doing what they're told. Misguided, but not necessarily deserving the death if we can avoid it. Also, I wanted to give him a chance to defend himself, not simply to witness his own murder.
Well, it's not
Inspiration.
You win some, and sometimes you do.
I'll make a notion to.
The compassion of your people is legendary for a reason, I say.
I'll make a notion towards my glowing bud on my shoulder. Trying to reference its healing spirit.
Sick.
But I still
You
have.
just,
He's
just,
radiated.
just in case. Just looking at it like shiny, right?
It's one of the coolest spells ever.
It's pretty good. Alright, so we're going upstairs to the second floor.
All right, so you head back up
So there's
to the bear room again.
So that's the revelry room.
To the bear room!
Yeah, so then we can come out to this room, right?
Door's still
And
barred.
then we...
Door still barred?
So we know
Is this
there's...
tripwire?
It is not.
It's
It's not tripped. Is
Oh.
what-
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Can we hear the dice still going on out there?
you can.
I see. Right. So, right. So, if we go out there quickly, we should be able to move to this room, which, judging by, let's see, intelligence check, come on, that is. Nope. I don't know if that connects to the dining room or not.
Well, this is the dining room. So.
Right. I was just saying that we can get into this next room, but I'm not certain whether or not it will
Would
connect.
we know that if we killed the Baron, that it would be like a snake? Cut the snake.
Oh, cut the head off the snake, body dies kind of thing. Well, I mean, our mission here is to assassinate the bear.
And you know you need to kill the Baron, but would the guards all stop fighting? Probably not. From what you've heard, you can infer several of them fought with him in battle. So
The fact that he's lost his mind, maybe, from our point of view, doesn't necessarily mean that his men think, oh, well, he is Sauron.
Oh,
Right, Lord. All the same, really.
you know what I forgot to do?
Mm.
Give you my potion of fairy fire before I went into.
Oops.
You don't lie.
we can say you did it.
No,
Okay.
he's fine.
You have a bottle of fairy fire for when you want to lob at them.
This hallway is narrow. If there are still guards in the hallway, I can set them.
Ah, you learned one of those.
I read a few books, back
You do know that that might be a little loud.
It would be very loud. Do you think you could silence the area?
Of course.
Does that not have a verbal?
Oh, well, I
Okay.
can
Yeah.
do
Oh, I
Silence
understand.
is-
I understand.
silence
So
is-
basically, your hands in it,
Yeah.
and I understand.
Of course, I'll be using my powers to aid a wizard.
I get all giddy about
For
it.
the greater good.
You put him with me for a reason.
Yeah, you don't know about the thing.
Tell me, do you know what the actually sounds like?
Inspiration.
Thaddeus is baffled by why you would ask him that question.
I'm going to drop that.
But also has like,
Right,
a
okay.
little bit of like a hopeful look on his face, like maybe you're interested.
Alright, so the platinum card you got was walk a mile in my shoes. This is fun. Use this card at the beginning of combat. Exchange character sheets and control of those characters with another player until the end of the encounter.
It would be so fun.
Yeah, I cast Shield of Faith on his team.
My friend said, well, I'm ready to combat, drop my weapon.
All I can picture is Jeremiah doing it. Oh.
That was the anti-Thaddeus and the anti-Scene, respectively.
Yes, you'll admit it. I go to the battle. Woo!
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Well, jump on that.
We are on a roll tonight. So that is our sponsor.
Several rolls.
Ah!
Okay.
If you would like to silence the area before I fire out,
No!
She can't resist.
Can't
it.
resist.
if you would like to silence the area before I fire upon the guards, and then we duck into the room across the hallway.
I actually should be able to hit both, I think. Right. And so I guess we'll move into the
Yeah, we come out of this
All right.
room.
Okay, just as soon as I can see it, then I'll just...
Plunk it down.
You want to hit the revelry room?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean,
That's gonna cause a lot.
They're
of
gonna
fuss.
immediately all be like,
I guess we don't really know if this door is closed, so that's kind of a...
so I guess I'll hit.
you did see
Like
that it
that.
closed a minute ago.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're
So I
gonna do
guess
something else.
so I guess I'll hit it like that.
So
Okay.
they're all deaf.
Yeah, they're all silenced. So do you want me to put it under?
No, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So just slide it under.
Yeah, because they're probably going to move here in a minute.
Oh, they're so good. I love these templates.
These templates, by the way, this isn't one of our sponsors, but I'll just let you know where we got them. These templates are from Arknight, which is actually one of the companies that Haley works at. And Arknight makes spell templates for the wizard, the cleric, and the druid currently. They're working on making some more. They also make some wonderful flat plastic minis. You can show that one off to the camera there if you want. These flat plastic minis are clear plastic. They're sort of like the Pathfinder pawns, except they're a little bit more durable, I feel like. One of the videos they show on their website is actually his kid, the creator's kid, trying to tear one, and he's unable to. So she's unable to. But they're really great minis. I definitely enjoy them. Could you hand me the base as well? All right, so casting lightning bolt.
I'm using, yeah.
And which one? I need the fireball dice.
Where are the fire dice?
Over here. Okay, well, they're over here.
I think.
All right.
Okay.
What's your save DC?
Yeah, I should check. Because I think it's like 15.
Are they gonna be
It is
disadvantaged just because of how unaware they were?
Oh, thank you.
You know what? It is silenced, so I'll give him disadvantage.
Nice.
But they just all of a sudden it went quiet and then oh no.
DC 15.
Pretty good. Okay.
Not great. Look at the
Great. No. I wish you
That's
had
8,
like that.
11, 14, only 18 damage.
And it's only gonna get 4 of them, right?
No, it's gonna hit
That's
all
a
of them.
that's a 100-foot line.
It's a line. It's only 5 feet wide, but he can hit both.
Lightning bolt.
Oh, between them. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah. All right. No, I'm good. So, of the first 4, DC 15, you said?
DC 15.
All right.
An 18 hit.
Yeah, 18.
Out of a possible 3 hit.
Out of the first 4,
That's the first
what's
one ever
their...
done.
Yeah. You're like,
All right.
I could have done that.
2 passed, 2 failed.
Okay.
Of the next 4, we have...
These are so cool. I really, really want them. Are we allowed?
No. Only 1 passed.
Nice.
So 3 passes out of
So
8.
18 on a failure.
All right.
9 on
I
a
want the green ones. Look.
No, they're all-
You green? Ah! The green and the blue.
Monster Kid.
I'm planning on getting the gold and the purple.
of the dice.
And fancy metal dice.
And 9 on a success.
Indeed.
Yes. And I will finish the supposed movement. I would still head and run back.
You can see several of them stagger and are thrown against the wall. They turn and seeing you, they start running that direction.
Mostly you're gonna see me.
They're gonna see both of us.
Because he said he don't.
All right, cool.
But I'm just kind of saying.
And Thaddeus, it's your turn.
Turn in the back.
Cool. Well, I'm still right. So I'm gonna. Then as they start coming forward, then I'm gonna start not chanting because they can't do it anyway. But I'll just start rhythmically tapping my spear against my shield.
All right.
And as I do so, the light around the shield glows and then brighter and brighter, and eventually emits this aura that kind of seems to pulsate almost in the air. I'm gonna make a performance check using my fancy shield.
Right on.
And 1 second.
And I still got your
And are you using your action, bonus action, reaction? What are you using?
2 of them, so a
Which-
15.
So which 2?
My action and bonus action.
Okay.
It's action, bonus action, or reaction, right?
Yeah, and there's certain combinations. I think action and bonus action is the second one. Yeah. Ooh.
Not so much. I'm gonna spend my inspiration.
All right.
And reroll. Okay. Good. So that is a 15 because I had a plus
15?
5.
All right, and that's the
So
DC they need to make?
just enough. So 15 is the DC for them.
All right, and all of them do, right?
All of them needed. Yeah.
So I guess I'll do this.
Can they hear it?
I mean, it just said he didn't say that, and so
I don't think I did say that they had to
Yeah.
do it
So
here.
it's just so I'm just doing it as a visual thing.
Neat.
Okay.
It's a
Vibrating.
scary.
So of the top row, you get 1 passed. Of the bottom row, 1 passed. Both of the guys who passed will crit.
Oh,
Dang.
nice. The rest of them are frightened for a minute,
Alright.
presumably, or until they take damage. But I'm setting them up, so if one of you guys wants to do something, they're just gonna start trying to like
Huddle in the corner.
huddle in the corner.
Just dodging for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, which that works.
That puts us at their turns.
And then I'm just gonna kind of get set right.
Alright, the two that pass, we'll just say the front two, go running forward with their spears in hand. The first is going to strike twice at Thaddeus, once for a 15. Alright, and that's going to deal 6 piercing damage. And again, he plunges his spear forward for a 17.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast shield.
Okay.
And dodge both of those. Because
Well, the first one already hit.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I was waiting until you said the second one to say whether or not. Sorry, I should have told you.
That's not how that works.
What?
Each hit,
Well,
one hit
okay,
happens,
I'm
and
sorry.
the next hit
Can I
happens.
cast shield on the first one then? I should have done.
I'm gonna let you do it on the second
Okay.
one, but not on the first. Yeah.
Right.
But yes, the second one you can. Alright, the second one, as he plunges forward, your shield glows brightly. He's thrown backwards by a force. Next to him, the other guard comes straight up to Osborne. Plunging his spear upwards, he's going to get a 9 to hit.
Nope.
And Osborne, as you kind of grab it with one of your claws, he tries to slide it straight through your claws into your chest, and that's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, and that's going to deal 3 piercing damage as you sort of hold it with all your might away from you as much as you can.
Did you say 3?
3. The other 6, which all failed their saves, you can see they're just sort of standing there for a moment. Each of them, they don't want to go any closer to where you are, so you can see them start to throw their spears on the ground. Each of them takes an action to doff their shield, and you can see them reaching for the light crossbows that they have slung. All right, and that's going to put us at Osborne.
Osborne is going to claw the individual. Do I have multi-attack? No, I don't. He's going to claw the individual in front of him.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. 13.
13, that'll hit.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no, that won't. What am I talking about?
You just always say that.
Oh.
You
So-
don't have a +3 to hit.
Yeah, I'm a needle blight. I go to scrape my claw across his breastplate, but then the tips of my claws just
All right.
against it.
That puts us at UI.
I'm gonna throw an axe.
All right.
Do it.
Well, that's the worst roll in history.
It's pretty bad.
Got a 1.
That'll
and
miss.
then for damage, I got a 1.
Awesome.
All right.
Yo.
So your axe goes hurtling forward straight past his head as he turns. He watches it fly past, and he brings up his spear to strike back down.
So that's what happens when a monk uses axes.
Shut up.
Do it
But
again.
otherwise, well, I only have 2, and so I don't want to really
Fair
list
enough.
all of them.
So that's it.
Yeah.
All right, Steam.
This is green apple soda. It's not anything else. And I will shot up.
That's really suspicious. Now that you've said that.
Well, he opened
I
a
mean, it looks
bottle.
like a bottle and a bottle.
Oh,
You
I didn't
suspect
see
you're
that.
boozing.
Yes, I'm not boozing.
As you always
Do we need to have an
want to
intervention?
It's not a
Enabler.
I will
The first
cast
step is
a
admitting you have a problem.
chill touch on the dude up front here.
All right. You see that your crawling claw has made it all the way over there, and it's now resting on his shoulder, and it just sort of grasps for his throat.
Beautiful.
That's so cool.
And that is 17.
That'll hit.
Nice. 3 necrotic damage.
Hey, that's already only had 2 HP.
Nice.
It chokes him, and he starts struggling against it until it like pushes him against the wall, and he slumps down, his face turning purple.
Do the frightened guys look more frightened?
They do.
Yeah.
All right, Thaddeus.
Cast Earth Tremor.
I'm gonna hit the dude that's still up, that's right in front of me. Yeah. So I'm just gonna swing twice at him with my spear. I guess one person at a time here. Yeah. So as 18 to hit.
18 will hit.
4. It's not in the box. There we go.
All right.
12
Your spear
attempts.
plunges forward straight through his heart, and he dies.
I'm gonna just, as I look at the guys in front of me, my shield still glowing. I'm just gonna start walking forward.
All right.
And the next guy in range, I have another attack, so I'm gonna use it.
Okay.
Just on that one guy. I don't have advantage to hit them. They just have disadvantage while I'm within line of
Right.
sight, right? Well, I'm gonna hit that guy, which is gonna bust him out of the fear, but I hit him with a nat 18, and okay, so 7 more damage to that guy.
All right.
7 damage to him.
And as you're hitting with the butt of the spear?
No, I just had another attack. So
Okay. I just thought I heard you say you were hitting him with the butt of the spear. All right. So as you walk forward, just sort of casually, you slide your spear into his heart as he's loading a crossbow bolt, and he slumps over dead as well.
Whoa.
And then as I slide that spear free, then my grip on it changes and it lengthens, and I just send it forward towards. Well, I guess I can move forward a little bit more, just to rest against that guy's throat as he's trying to load the crossbow. And then I gesture at the crossbow and then point at the ground.
Roll me an intimidation check.
Intimidation.
At advantage since he's already frightened.
This one's cocked, in my opinion. From here.
Okay, well,
Not
I
any
don't
better.
care. So 23.
All right.
23.
So he just sort of drops the crossbow bolt and the bow itself as well, and they hit the ground and just sort of rattle. No, they
Silently.
rattle. That's what I'm saying. Is they don't make any noise, they don't clang, but it sort of rattles against the ground. All right, and that puts us at the guards then. So the guards are, other than that one's standing there now against the wall, bolt down. The other 4, you can see one of them go. And they all unleash their crossbow bolts at disadvantage. So I'll just do one at a time. That'll be easier.
Are they like staggered though? Just a little bit?
Oh yeah.
They look rough.
So the first guy.
So Thaddeus.
Like, oh, yeah.
That's what I meant. More.
Not that coordinated.
Thaddeus, 4 bolts slam into your shield as you just sort of peer over your shield at them, and they all look to one another and start furiously cranking again. That puts us at Oz.
Oz is gonna lift his needle hand up, and then a needle is gonna fly straight at this individual in front of me.
The one up.
The one that drops his weapon?
17 to hit.
Oh.
Oh, that's when he dropped the weapon.
Oh, yeah,
Or
you're
20
right.
to hit, sorry.
Yeah,
I
'cause you
don't know what you're
said
talking about,
extended reach.
Yeah.
What's that?
20 to hit.
20 will
this
hit.
individual right here. And he takes,
Oh.
7 damage.
All right, cool. In that case, he is going to drop dead too.
Nice.
So you killed that guy.
And then I start to, probably not as good as Thaddeus, going,
This little needle.
All right, this
literally
tiny little
think
needle.
of Teenage Groot. Just,
All right, UI.
I am Groot.
I step forward some.
That was so unnecessary.
There you go.
Wait,
I really like this shield. It's cool. It's a cool item.
and
I'm
I'll
glad I
throw
performed
my
this.
last axe at him, and I'll pick up the other one actually. 'Cause
Okay.
it's on the floor somewhere over there. 17
Oh, yeah.
17 will hit.
for 10 whole damage.
All right. As your axe hurtles towards him, it shatters through his leather shield and straight into his chest. He looks down as blood trickles down his chest, and he falls over face
Which one
forward.
was that guy?
That's
Oh.
Any of them.
Oh, the one. Not that guy.
Just pick one.
Oh, what's
Don't.
the guy in front of
Whatever it
us?
is. Wait a minute. All right. So that puts us at. That puts us at esteem.
Oh. Then I will look back and she'll touch the dude back there.
Okay.
Estime.
That's an 18.
An 18. All right,
Yes.
that'll hit.
Nice. And that's for 7 necrotic damage.
7 necrotic damage. All right, and that'll kill him.
Nice. Wow. Pull him into the death.
All right.
All right, Thaddeus.
What I got.
I look at the 2 guards in front of me and just mouth the word "run," and then point back the way that we've come.
The two of them sort of look to one another for a minute, and they look at you, and they're a little afraid to go that direction.
I put my spear down, and then
They
oh,
literally
no.
cannot.
Oh, that's right. They
Cannot.
can't.
Yeah.
That's true. Can I end the effect?
Sure.
All right. Then the glow from my shield kind of fades, and I look at them, and then again over my
They
shoulder.
again look
and
to one
say-
another, and both go running that direction.
And I hold up a hand.
I gotta stick my claw out
No.
as they ran by.
Oh.
All right.
I
Opportunity.
shoot you a glare.
All right.
And we just let him
All
go.
of a sudden they can hear again.
It's like. Ah!
All right. And we will call the first half of our adventure there. We'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. We'll say at 8:10 we'll be back. And then the rest of this will be on YouTube, of course, as well.
And don't forget, YouTube purposes, we are also doing a giveaway. We showed the dice earlier. I'm going to re-show them again. We're going to have instructions on how to win these dice. They're really, really, really cool. They're red metal dice from Dice Dungeons, our sponsor for this evening. And so if you want to win these, go ahead and make sure to read the description below.
All right, guys. We'll be back soon.